Enemy infantry sniper.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Hell Let Loose friendly between Polish veterans and Valkyria. Going to take place here at SME, waiting on the map flip right now. I'm joined today by my teammate and friend Twist. Twist, how you doing?
Doing alright, how are you?
Můžeme začít dobře, tak
turn this command chat off.
ještě chvilinku, jste ready, takže jednička ready?
Jo.
Dvojka ready?
So, we got SME today, one of the probably more familiar maps for most people playing Hell Let Loose at any level, really. What do you think about SME?
Oh, definitely one of my more favorite maps. I mean, it's pretty damn balanced across all points, so yeah, always a staple. I actually prefer allies on it.
You like allies?
Yeah.
Even with the Panther, does that change anything?
Well, it's not a super tank-centric map, so I mean, I just think allies have better openings on the points. Like SME's so heavily favored for allies, and checkpoint is maybe the most balanced point in the game, or one of them, and then hospice is a little Axis favored, but it's close.
Yeah, so I think we're playing under ECL rules, which should be one unkillable RD player as well. And I think that's the only rule, actually. I was going to say as well, but actually I think that's the only rule. So we should see Panthers today for the Axis side. Probably one of the last times we're going to see it with the 6-second reload, because supposedly that's going to be changing in the next update. So things will be a little bit more balanced.
The Tigers 6-second reload, you watch.
They're going to do something to fuck it up, I'm sure. Let's talk about the points. You kind of mentioned a little bit about hospice. Just while we're killing time here, waiting for them to flip the map, which I think they said is going to happen in about 3 minutes. I'm on the Polish side. My Polish is not great. But I think they said something about 37 or something. So let's talk about, and I'm looking at it right now, here we go with the map flip.
Oh, there's the flip.
Real quick, hospice. What's the key for the opening on hospice for both sides?
Both sides, I mean, allies, their main goal is going to be just trying to penetrate into the other side, south, and try and wipe OPs out. Obviously, Axis can be trying to do the same, but, getting your armor up north for Axis is going to be really important. Just shut down the trickle in from Pizza Slice, and that way you can really focus on, keeping them in the south side of the point.
All right. Hopefully that analysis will not be in vain, and we will have a hospice midpoint. I think hospice is one of the more interesting midpoints. I think SME, really, all three of them are. I personally, since I'm not playing in this match, I kind of want to see Church, because Church is difficult for a lot of reasons, but not always fun to play on, especially as an armor player. So let's see what we get here.
At hospice.
We have hospice, so I gotta find the right person to join here. He's not in a hurry to make a squad because he's got a lot of standing around to do.
I don't know who I'm joining.
Oh, they didn't tell you?
Mm-mm.
Just wait. Eventually you'll see someone that spawns by Artie and is just standing around. They can always kick you too if they're so inclined. Just make sure when you spawn, you don't spawn in the HQ of the 5th point, because you will count as cap weight. So we do have Twist on the other side. We will switch to his cam occasionally, maybe if we see both sides of a tank battle, or at the very least just to check maps. So we're going to be going back and forth a little bit. We'll be mainly on my cam here. I'm on the ally side with Polish veterans, and Twist will be on the Axis with Valkyria over there. So we're setting up for hospice. So it was foretold by the by me asking for the analysis in the dying moments of the pre-flip. So we did get hospice, and just to go over some of the key areas, Twist talked about up here this pizza slice area, which is so called because of kind of the shape of it, and it really involves this road. We got kind of the, I don't know, we call it the mansion or the hospital, this big building here with the glider next to it, and south of that you have gardens. On the west side you have this main 3-story, and you have the yards behind that. You got the northern wheat field, and you got kind of the town to the south. So those are kind of the key areas around here. Did you find your squad?
Yep, I'm all set.
Okay. We'll go to a side-by-side on the maps in just a moment to kind of see what everybody's rolling out.
Yeah, so far it's pretty standard. I don't think they have any extra trucks here. Just, yeah, single supply truck, 3 transport trucks, medium and a light tank.
Just
oh wait, no, they have a separate. Just spawned a
extra supply
supply truck south, and the recon tanks all the way south.
Okay, keep it zoomed out. We're doing the side-by-side right now.
Gotcha.
I've got an extra light being spawned on the ally side, but they're not using the Greyhound. The recon tank is not being used. What's kind of interesting too, I think this is what they're doing, is the Artie player on my side spawned at the bottom HQ where all their nodes are going up and put his OP up there, even though he can't be killed. So I think that's to let him know if somebody's going to be taking down their nodes. That's kind of interesting. I haven't seen that before.
That's smart.
All right, so I'm going to come off onto my screen here, and we'll see how the trucks make it to the midpoint here. Hospice is pretty much right down the middle, about right down the middle as you get with any point in the game. So both sides should be arriving around the same time to the hardpoint area.
Ooh, close truck snipe.
Yeah, there was a truck snipe attempted. So there is a truck going to pizza on this side. There's one going down the main road and one that's going straight to garden. So that's pretty typical what you expect, I think.
Both of these are pretty much cannonballing straight towards the point. This one looks like it's going to veer north towards pizza. But they don't have an SL in there on the north side, so they're all pretty much going to be at the E 3 and 4 border, moving into point.
So it looks like just from the overhead, by looking at the amount of blue and the amount of red, that the blue side, that is Polish veterans on the Allies, are a little bit ahead, although the Valkyria side is rapidly catching up as we're going to start to see some engagements here. Medium tank coming right down the mid-road for the Allies. Where's the Panzer IV at?
P4 is just rolling right along the middle road here into Hardcat.
Oh, I see them both now. So we might see a early engagement here between the tanks as they both elected to go straight up the middle. We have a light tank up near Pizza Slice as well for the Allies.
Polish veterans are doing a good job of, we've got quite a lot all the way up north. They're trying to push this launch carry in D3.
Yeah, I'm going to back out a little bit so we can kind of see the whole cap sector, and you do see quite a bit of blue on the west side of the road and only a little bit of red. Only a couple guys on Valkyria have made it across, and it looks like they're both might be getting killed too. So I'm going to kind of look at an overhead here. These tanks are very close to each other now, the main intersection.
Oh yeah.
Wonder if there's a call out because they're coming right they're coming right for each other now. There we go. The Panzer IV gets the first hit on the
P4.
Sherman.
Yep.
Sherman's going to back up, but not in time.
P4 gets him.
Panzer IV wins the opening engagement, and at the same time, we've now seen the cap weight shift from Polish veterans over to Valkyria, so they are decapping the amount that the Polish veterans had capped. What do you think so far? Anything surprising or pretty stock standard?
Pretty standard, I guess. I would have liked to see the OK maybe play a little bit more north, just to, you know, deny this whole wheat field. But right now we have the Stewie going for the wheat field, trying to gauge that loops. Get them inside. Turret.
Ooh, we got 2 shots on him, it looks like, but he didn't go down as he left stops.
He's pretty alone up here. And SL trying to work his way up. They don't have any AT down there. One guy maybe has a satchel.
Stewart is pushing. He wants it. I don't know why he's driving to the front side of the Lux, though. Maybe the other side, although he will be able to, looks like, swing around behind. Did he get the shot on the move? No. The driver turned the gun away from the Lux to machine gun a guy, and then the gunner makes the shot. That's a good shot.
I want to see him circle back here and try and take out this garrison, but...
Yeah, I wonder if they notice that is a...
Might just be skirting through, trying to take out spawns.
Yeah.
Not a bad play.
Ooh, we got a Panzer IV is looking for the Stewart now.
Looking for him, yeah.
Should see it right here. Does he have a shot?
He's looking right. He'll get him here. There he goes.
Panzer IV, deadly early. Saves the garrison. And the transport truck. So what do we got here still? We still have not seen a cap, and it's now swinging back in the Polish veterans' favor.
I think it was swinging to VOKs. If you look south here, they've gotten a pretty good wrap going into the onto the east side south. They're into Fox 4 with 3 squad leads.
Good point. There is a south side wrap going on. You see a little bit more Polish veterans in the north across the road, and a little more VLK in the south across the road, and then the middle is, you know,
with this P4 here though, they can shut down this north push pretty quick. Because the bazooka sucks.
A lot of them on the road right in front of the Panzer IV.
And just got a flare on them too. That P4 knows exactly what they're doing.
It's swinging back now towards PV.
Yeah, this is a good fight.
I don't have the logos on the screen, so I'll just remind everybody we're looking at Polish veterans versus Valkyria. Valkyria, Czech Republic, Czechia, and Slovakia representation. Valkyria is on the Axis side on the left. They're the reds on my screen. And Polish veterans will be the allies in blue on my screen. ECL rules, 1 arty. Panthers supposedly in play. We should be seeing one pretty soon, actually. Probably the crew of that Lux will be bringing up the first heavy for Valkyria, and the Stewart crew, or the Sherman crew, probably a 76 Jumbo. So let's check in. Is the South still, South is still... Valkyria has their guys across the road, but I think...
Yeah. You know, for the Polish veterans try and kill this push, they need to get something down, you know, into like Fox 5 and wrap up north, because they don't have a lot of, if you look at my map here, they don't have a lot of outposts. They only have a couple far south, and the rest are pretty congested up towards Hospice.
We can do this side by side too. I went to yours, now we can do side by side. If you go back to your map real quick and just look, a lot of OPs stacked north of that east to west road on the Polish veteran side. Only really 2 south of the yellow road. So they're stacking the hard cap, it looks like,
There we
right
go.
now, and they're kind of capping it, too. Go off that, so... Back on mine now, so we'll kind of look in here at the fight over the hard cap. Do have some PV in the main 3-story on the west side. Do you have a heavy tank coming up on that side yet?
Let me go take a look. Yep, they have a Tiger rolling out, so we may not see a Panther actually. I think they might be playing without him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on the ECL rules. I asked, and they said that Panther was allowed, but I do see now that the Tiger is in play here.
You have a 76?
As a matter of fact, no. There is no 76 in the... Oh, yeah, sorry, it is. It's already a pizza slice. Right, the Sherman went down really fast. He's already on the pizza slice road. So I'm guessing he's been called out by the infantry, so we may see the Tiger start looking for him. Actually, it looks like the Tiger is driving right towards the wheat field, where he might be able
I think you're
to
gonna
see
play
a shot.
pretty north here.
This is an opening cap for Polish veterans. It took about 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes from the curtain drop for that cap to come in. So pretty long battle over mid.
Looking down here, they do have one squad lead, Polish veterans, who's trying to make his way towards Western, trying to get some kind of attack going. But VOK has about 3 people.
What do you think about Hospice to Western? Is that something you'd like as allies, or would you rather see Hospice to route to Harass straight to the west?
As allies, I would rather see Hospice to Western. 100%. Like if you can start getting attack pressure, you have to pull people from the diagonal point to defend it, and makes it a lot easier to clear out.
I'm not sure what the 76 is doing back here. He kind of pushed back now east of the mansion,
Yeah,
as
I've
the
seen
Tiger
that.
was kind of pushing him. I'm not sure why he kind of came back here. Do they have anything behind him over there?
Behind the Tiger?
No, behind the 70, like east of the glider. Is there any Valkyria presence along that road east of the glider?
No.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. Okay, I don't know why the 76 went back there, but he's now looking towards where he must have a call out, I'm sure, since he's got infantry near the Tiger coming up through the wheat field. It does seem like there's an engagement brewing here. I don't want to linger on it, though, because people don't like to watch tanks. Not everybody, at least. There is an AT from Polish veterans that did get a shot into the Tiger.
Might get a second.
Rav.
Yeah, he got
in
2.
there.
That's huge. Great play.
That is engine down as the 76 is starting to peak. This is not a good situation.
They have to calm that. Come on. There it goes. Great play.
That was a Rav, I think his name was. R-A-V
Yeah.
with the play, with the good AT play to sneak into that wheat field and engine that Tiger and make it a layup, quite frankly, for the 76. So that's unfortunate. A lot of infantry in the area too, but the wheat field, it's hard to see, so you can't always, it's not always easy to sniff out the AT guy. Although I'm sure the guy in the spotter and the Tiger was screaming at the infantry where exactly he was. So I'm going to kind of go to the zoomed out view and look at, you know, where we were looking earlier as the cap was going on and see kind of how it's changed, because to me, you know, Polish veterans have now just increased their control across the road. Not perfect control, but they've made it further west than we saw pre-cap.
Yeah, it looks like the VOK is trying to get a garrison set up. They just had a supply drop down into Box 5, almost G column, from the far end there. I don't think anyone's noticed this from Polish veterans. Help get some backline pressure.
Yeah, let's take a look at a map side by side real quick. Flares going up for Polish Red. Still a big presence on that west side of Hospice. PV has the one squad leader, looks like, with an OP up right on the front door of Western. So they might start to get a little pressure down there. What do you see on your side?
Yeah, flares are going up, but looks like they've been, I mean, VLK's been kicked back kind of far. They only have one squad kind of close to the hard point there. They don't really control any of the buildings on the west side of point, but they are getting cap pressure. They have a couple squad leads who just got into the Hospice hard point, but only one outpost close to it.
Yeah, it looks like most of them are. They kind of have their OP set up on that hedge line to the west of the yards, and that seems to be kind of where the line is. So they're going to be trying to get across that, small open field and get the cover of the walls and control of some of the buildings. There is cap pressure going back and forth. I think there's not really too many people in the hard cap from either side. I think that's the main reason why.
VLK needs to. They lost their front door garrison. I don't really love that garrison place either. It was on D5 right before the red. Right now, yeah, they're getting cap pressure on Western.
Yeah, let's go over and look at Western.
They have a whole squad there. It looks like.
Where am I going right now? I'm way too. Okay, here we go. Found Western.
Now, the VLK looks like they're doing the right thing here. It looks like.
Do they have a garrison up back there?
They don't have one on Western. They have a couple. They have one in C4 and another one all the way down in C6. And one outpost that is not lighting up right now on Western, and there's the cap stall. So I'd like to see some of these VLK players who are in enemy territory start to work back towards Western to clear this OP. I don't know exactly where it is from Polish veterans, but looks like they're doing that. Reflank them.
Is this the second Tiger now rolling into Western approach?
Yes, it is.
Like.
It is, unless I'm missing something. Okay, they also have a Luke's all the way down in Echo 7. But
it looks like the OP that VLK had up on Western just got burned by.
Yeah, that's down.
Zamsiu. So it's really just, I don't know if there's much more than. I see Yoss here, and I see a Tiger. That's all I really see.
Yeah, they brought some people, two spotters to try and get flares up, it looks like, and an additional SL to come back and try and defend this. What I'd really like to see are there's two outposts in E5, and if these guys start working back towards Western, they can just reflank the Polish veterans infantry. Try and wipe their outposts. Looks like they're defending now.
Yeah, there's really only 3 Polish veterans players in the cap sector. One of them just died, a squad leader, a support, and an AT. Mm-hmm. There are more that are kind of leaking in from the east, but it wasn't. They never really went. It doesn't appear all in on Western. They're just kind of probing. But it sounds like it's vulnerable right now, so if they were to...
They still haven't gotten... Okay, there's the garrison. They just got one reestablished. Not a great place. It'll work, though. As long as they don't get spotted.
You see, do we have a second 76 now? Yep, there's 2 76s up by Hospice.
Just this single Tiger by Western. Looks like Polish veterans are definitely winning the armor battle.
Still early, but yeah, I think that's fair to say. They've also been cleared out of kind of the area southwest of Hospice, it looks like. Maybe a little bit of a push from Polish veterans and a little bit of fallback to Western combination there, maybe. lost them a little bit of ground that they'll have to recapture.
Yeah. Ooh, so VOK just ricks off of the 76. Mataj Uwu.
Is it a Panzerschreck?
Yeah, Panzerschreck. Looks like he has one in him, but he's going to link up with the other 76. The VOK has a little bit of a foothold in Gardens. They have 2 outposts there, but that's really all that there is in all Gap sector for VOK.
Yeah, we've really seen now the infantry around Hospice have spread out a lot more than it was early on. Obviously, with now you have the corner to corner points, so you're gonna have a wider line usually, right? You're gonna have people focused on kind of infiltrating south rather than just fighting point to point like you might see if they were adjacent points. So I see VLK all over Gardens, but that's really it. And you're not really going to be able to cap that way.
Polish veterans just took out the northmost launch garrison in D3.
So for PV, I mean, we got a big spawn on that middle launch garrison right along the road. But for PV, I mean, they're checking the boxes of what you want to see after the cap. They're starting to get the launch garrisons. They're starting to get pressure on that 4th point. We're a lot closer to, PV capturing Western probably than VLK being able to capture Hospice, and that's a good position to be in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn on my opacity. I screwed that up.
VLK does have this garrison down in F5, bottom right corner. And it just cleared up, so you might see some additional spawns from squad leads. Trying to get up to, looks like right now they're trying to relink up with the Gardens infantry.
Where did that Tiger go?
He's in D4 right now.
D4.
In the middle of the field here, he's
he
approaching some infantry.
Yeah, he was kind of moving up from Western here. There is 2... Yeah, both 76s are in that wheat field. So they're really close to each other. That is something, actually, I heard about Polish veterans, is that they're really known to play their heavy tanks very, very close and very, very cooperative style with their 2 tank. When they get 2 heavies up, they will always be next to each other. I can't remember who told me that. It might have been Toxic, because on his former team they had played Polish veterans, and I guess that was kind of the style.
Tiger's kind of in a bad way right now. Yeah, he just took 1 to the engine.
Yeah, looks like Ronald. Couple guys back here. Yeah, just not a lot of real contiguous control for Valkyria. They have a few people up straight west of Hospice, but they don't really have anything south of that. They got a couple OPs, southeast of Hospice, but really nothing connecting anything together.
Yeah, they don't really have much of a line right now.
So that's tough. That's tough for Armor to really find out, what's safe. Where am I safe, and where's the enemy at? Because they're all around you. I mean, he's right next to a garrison right here, but Ronald, if he had a rocket, could probably take out this garrison. But I think he used them on the Tiger already, so he's maybe identifying it.
76 is good. Yeah, they got a turret shot, it looks like, on the Tiger. That's a good shot. Through the trees. He's backing up to, looks like, repair.
I can tell from seeing the pings of Sabino that it seems like he knows where that garrison is, and that's where his arty is landing. Is right on that.
Yeah.
I guess it's a D4 garrison or D4, D3 garrison.
He's right here. it's not a great spot for Gary, in my opinion. Just, I mean, you're so exposed as soon as you try and come off of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see it in
I mean-
18s. If you're going to build that one on the top map edge that everybody builds, then there's really no other place you can build it besides there, or you could maybe go back further west to, like, Route de Harras if you wanted to, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Looks like VOK has they have a squad lead all the way back in their whammo. He's in G3 right now. He's trying to get up to Pizza Slice, I think.
CT 7567.
Yep. Just trying to work his way around.
So I'm surprised this squad. It looks like Gollum and friends here have been able to keep an OP up, I guess, in gardens, or now they're kind of by the mansion or the hospital, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But they haven't really been snuffed out yet. Wexar is back here also. So they've been able to really keep the guerrilla presence, so to speak, up here, because there's not a ton of them. Just kind of able to
them out here.
disrupt.
Just absolutely murdered him with a shotgun. Oh, Golem gets him, gets the trade. And lit.
Is the OP,
Trade's back.
is the OP still up?
OP's up, but lit here, or
LJT.
call him lit. LJT, yeah, he's
So he
right
just
on top
burned
now.
it?
Looks like he burns it,
And he
gets the yeah,
Sorry.
great wipe.
Gets spawn wave. He'd already killed the squad leader, so
Mhm.
there you go. I cursed it as soon as I said that they were still up here.
That's your
it's
fault.
gone. Yeah. I think they still have one other one up here, though, don't they? By the road, maybe?
Yeah, it's near the road. It's by the shed here, long shed.
What's
And they just got an outpost at Pizza Slice, and it looks like they're trying to get a support swap on that to get a Gary up in Pizza Slice.
It actually probably
On their
would
whammo.
be...
Not a bad play.
Probably would be clear if they were to be able to build it.
Yeah, but pushing off of that is so tough, especially with these tanks here. If they get, you know,
Yeah.
any word of it, and it looks like I don't think they know about it as of now. One of the 76s is trying to come. Yeah, they're gonna. Yep, that OP's down now on the road. Not a lot of outposts in general across the map. They're really scattered right now. For BOK.
Yeah, there's a pretty big smattering of blue around hospice, and just little dots of red every now and then now.
Hmm. Makes it really tough for VOK already too. You're talking about the tanks, making it difficult for them to maneuver, navigate, but
Yeah.
without these flares here, it's just shooting prayers.
Yeah, it looks like that
This Tiger is still up though in the field. It looks like the 76s have backed off a little bit. They're not in the North Wheat Field. Where'd they get off to?
There is one on the center road driving right through the point north to south, right by the 3-story.
Okay, yeah. I see 'em
Where's
there.
the other one? The other one is a little bit further east, coming
Okay.
in. So this is
So
again.
what
I
we
think
do now?
I casted with City a match between Polish veterans and No Tag, a Russian team, and it was like this too, where if I look and Polish veterans are now at almost 1,200 fuel, but they only run strictly 2 tank crews. There is nobody using any free tanks. All 3 of the free tanks are available, and they could spawn another 76. But they seem to like only running exactly 2 heavy tank crews, which is not something you usually see.
That is interesting.
I
We just saw that bombing run that came through Pizza Slice that took out the Gary here for VOK, and this 4CT, he's just swarmed right now.
He might try to hide. And
They
hope
got his
that-
outpost, but he stays alive.
Oh, Grooch is coming looking for him.
Yeah. He had to kill him.
Yeah. He was probably hoping that they thought everybody was dead and they could go away and he could build his OP back up in peace.
Yeah, that's the right play.
Roik is now looking for him. Ooh, and
Oh,
gets him. So that seems like that's the end of the East Side Pizza Slice endeavor.
yeah.
Checking on these tanks because if they find each
Polish
other, I
veterans
don't
have-
want to miss it.
Those veterans have decent front foot pressure here.
So right after I said that, now the Polish veteran tanks have split up. Did the Tiger just
And
go
one
down?
of the Tigers goes down, yeah. Might have gotten satcheled here by Bomek.
Bomac running away,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
extremely guilty.
Did this guy have a shot on
He
him?
is the satchel assault. He does have the grease gun. So that looks like Bomac just satcheled that Tiger.
Good play. They have another 76 up now, or sorry, Tiger up, and he's just approaching Western now.
So there's a 76
in the
on the
west.
road to Western, just east of Western, kind of in the middle of E5 there on the main road.
Yeah.
So we could see an engagement here, as it looks like Polish veterans have been confident enough in their clear out of hospice that they're now a lot of squads pushing front door. Let's do a map side by side real quick and just kind of see where we're at. What do you see on your side?
I mean, yeah, exactly what you're describing. VLK's been kicked out of hospice for the most part. They're still trying to push up here on the into E3, but that's really tough to do when you don't have, any presence there already. Just up that road is really tough. And I mean, other than that, there's really no line here
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Yeah, and on the Polish veteran side, they have their defense set up around hospice, and then just a group of squads. It looks like 4 squad leaders pushing E5 into D5 successfully now with the 76.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull back onto my screen here, and we're going
I
to
think
see.
the Tiger went down.
Did we?
So
Yeah, the
I'm
Tiger is
completely
dead.
blind.
Yes, he's gone.
Yeah, and they only have the Gary right now on Western, and they're probably going to see a cap here.
Where is the garrison on Western?
Garrison is just behind the westernmost building. Or
Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, big spawn.
you saw
wave.
that spawn wave? There
Oh,
it
I
is.
see it. Yeah. And the Artie, I saw the ping for the Artie. It's just a little bit west of that. So
Okay.
I think he's trying to
That'll probably
guess
adjust.
where it is, but he's gonna get some hits because it's close enough.
Oh yeah.
He's pinging in
They've
just
only got
west
2
of the
people
trench.
left up from that spawn wave, and with that 76 there, this is going to be a cap for sure.
It certainly does appear to be a cap.
No.
OP spawn
Polish
wave
veterans
there.
have anything set up for flak? No, they have no one back there.
Well, there
Looks like
is a sniper back there. I imagine he's taking out nodes.
Hmm. Yeah, they're sitting at. They're down a munitions.
Stuka.
They're down all. They've lost those
76
nodes. They haven't
on
rebuilt those. It's been down for a while.
And the Stuka missed. The 76 was moving down the road, although Yoss tries to come in to Satchel and is saved by, I don't know if that was Quits or Avocado protecting the tank. Love to see it. So that's a cap. I mean, I think, to me, it just looked very methodical from Polish veterans. They weren't really pushing hard on Western until, you saw the clear out of VLK around Hospice, and then I think they just said, all right, guys, let's, minimize what we have at Hospice, and let's go cap Western, and that's what they did. Just a straight front door push through the buildings with 1 heavy tank.
Yeah. Good push. Great job controlling Hospice. And it's tough to retake Western as Axis.
Yeah, you got the roads that you can go along, but it's a lot of open fields. Any direction really, north, west, and south. And they got elevated positions in some of these buildings on Western. There's kind of the broken up 3-story. There's some really good MG angles up here on this top floor where, well, that guy died, but You can see a long way from right up here where I'm looking. Mount on here, even look right onto this position and look right down here. Just a lot of opportunities to kind of see people from a long way out. And Valkyria's really just got to push along the whatever hedgerows there might be, you know, whatever walls there might be. They can come up from the south along the hedgerows and north along, but like it's all shitty. None of it is good.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that you can do,
good.
but you don't want to have to do any of that. So it will be tough to get back into Western, but we'll see if they can keep a couple tanks up. You know, some tanks can certainly push across open ground, and Polish veterans have, I think they pre-spawned a heavy now, or oh no, they did lose one, right? Got satcheled, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, so everything I say eventually becomes they prove me wrong. I talked about the squad that had stayed alive and then they went down, and I had talked about how Polish veterans always puts their tanks together and then they split them up, and then I said they only ever run 2 tank squads, and now here they are with 3. So everything I say ends up being wrong. So they do have a 3rd 76 now rolling up east of Hospice. They already have one all the way up in C3 now that looks like he's ready to push flak pits. He's got dinner reservations. He's not waiting for the timer to run out.
There's quite a bit of infantry between him and Flak, but you can start firing on it. And I mean, right now, the only tank that POK has up is their recon. They don't have anyone in their medium. It's sitting in spawn. I don't see a Luke's. And they just got enough fuel for a heavy.
It sounds like they're pretty down
Hopefully
bad.
we see that spawned here pretty quick.
So Valkyria's starting to already get some a little bit of pressure close on Western there.
Benny just trying to stay alive for a good
Yeah.
opportunity to drop his outpost, looks like. But he's a bit like Piper Perry right now. You know?
He's
Not ideal.
Not quite yet,
Not what
but
you-
he's
not what
about
you
to
love.
be. Yeah, I mean that's not what you like to see usually.
Oh, when he goes down. It's unfortunate. We were talking about him. It's our fault.
Who even shot him? Was it LJT? I think LJT was looking over there.
Actually, your fault. You brought him up. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to speak this into existence. Where are the MGs for Polish veterans? I was just talking about all these good spots they have, these elevated positions. There's no MGs on Western right now.
Interesting.
It's easy kills. Especially in some of these where you can see through the wheat field. The wheat field, like, doesn't render, and you can see people even though they think they're in cover, and they're not. '76 just took out a supply truck up towards Flat. Can we, let's go side by side with the map again. Take a
Sure.
look at that. What the situation is. Because I kind of see 2 distinct areas, right? There's the people pushing on Flak up in the north, then there's that open field north of Western, and then there's the people fighting around Western. Is Valkyria kind of matching that as well?
Sorry? Up towards...
I was just saying that
What was your
there's a group of Polish veterans players around Route de Haras, then there's a gap, and then there's players around Western. Do you kind of see something similar on the VLK side as well?
Yeah, I do. They have that Red Zone Gary and C3 with the item squad. Looks like they're going to try and push down to Rue, but they have a better line now than they've had most of the game. But you know, without establishing control up there, where you see Love Squad there, who's that? Dorfy? But without controlling that, it's going to be really tough to take Western.
And without tanks as well.
It's like they're getting kind of stalemated down south.
I'm going to jump back onto my screen. Kind of take a look back at what's going on. We see Western, Polish veterans have pushed a little bit off of it now. Looks like they probably took out that red zone garrison to the north that VLK had.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I am surprised to see the lack of MGs from Polish veterans. Just a couple here and there.
A lot of open fields. You'd think you'd want to have people
Yeah.
on that.
It's a lot of fun. I'd love to do it one day.
I don't enjoy it as much, but I see the appeal. Just don't have the patience. I'll die like 5 times in a row and just say, fuck it, give me a rifle.
I think that's what we've seen here from Polish veterans, probably.
Kind of moving in on some of the close action here as they push towards flak.
Yeah, they have another Tiger up now.
Coming out of top.
Yeah, coming out top.
Well, I think
like
there's an AT gun up here. Yes, 76
I don't
kills.
see their medium anywhere on the map. It had been rolling a little bit ago, but I mean, right now they're rolling 1 armor crew. Looks like, and I mean, for this fight into Western, you really need armor.
Yeah.
Especially to clear up this north section with 76s. Utilize AT guns a little bit more than I've seen. But
And I'll tell you what, there is about to be 3 76s pushing on flak position, maybe here in a few minutes. There's one on the map edge, C3. There's another one coming into C3 on the southern part. And there's a
Tiger
third.
got a good shot on the 76. He's not moving. This... yeah. One of them goes down.
And again, I am foiled. I talk about 376 push, and then a Tiger kills one of them.
Yeah. He was pretty exposed here, though. He wasn't in a good...
Where was that
you know,
Tiger?
if you're just waiting for other tanks to roll up, you should probably be kiting a little bit more like this guy's doing.
Skill is Lucifer and Sodi with a tank kill.
Yeah, they're not repping, though. They have 1 shot to their turret. There they go. Sodi gets out.
So there is another 76 in the area that's already looking to find that Tiger. There looks like a smoke grenade is probably the only thing that stopped him from seeing him there. Oh, actually the hilt as well. They're really close to being able to see each other. Gonna take another peek here, though. I don't think...
Yeah, VLK's making some progress here south, but I mean on these 2 hedge lines that are about just partially under there, really struggling to work their way up. They need to get this presence here in like D6 and just have infantry pushing up these hedge lines right now before Polish veterans can get a real front door presence onto flak, which is tough to do. I mean, it's just open fields aside from, you know, a few hedge lines here and there. But this they do have a pretty good south presence. They have a garrison down in the D7, and you know, I'd like to see them just W keying these hedges. You know, just hold W.
Yeah, only one
Kind
way
of
to
sitting
get
stationary right now. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of their resources to be okay. Just holding the front door.
I think they have a push south of Western now. It's taking some attention, as well as west.
Yeah, but overall, this is the best line VLK's had. I say that, and then 2 OPs go down.
We'll see if they can stack some armor because
They really need to just.
I'm not
They
gonna
need to
jinx
get another
either.
set of nodes up right now. They've been sitting at 50. a minute, except for manpower. Manpower is the only one they have a full set of, but they're missing a fuel and munitions node. I mean,
Yeah,
that just takes.
We saw one of the Polish veteran snipers back at Top HQ 10 minutes ago or
Yeah.
so. Probably
Yeah,
his,
and there they go. They got another. They get in the nodes now.
Okay.
Now they have a full set, just about. That's been a real hindrance for them. I mean, it's been like 30 minutes where they've had plus 50 up there, and for the armor disparity they've had, you'd think they'd. You know, I'd like to see that prioritized a little bit more. But I want to see this Tiger just do what he can to stay alive, play safe for now until they can get another one up there to help support him.
Yeah, he's going to be... Well, one of the 76 is diverted to Western, so there's only one around Flak. The other one's driving up through artillery battery right now.
Oh, get on the roof. Betsu. On the wall. You can get on this chimney and just completely shut this push down. Down here in Echo 6, E6. There's an MG here. Found one in the wild. They're trying to push back this south push that VLK has going. I'm just seeing Betsu up here, and I'd rather see him up on the chimney here. You can get on both of these houses. Chimneys.
That's way south of Western approach where
Yeah.
they're trying to make some progress. Like I said, every angle on the Western
Yeah.
is kind of garbage, but...
It's not great. The south is probably it's the easiest push into Western, and I mean just being able to control the north section too is, you know, important, especially for armor.
76 is now
with the point
ranging
layout.
down there to the south. So
Is it?
I think they've identified that as a point of focus for VLK, and
Yeah, they have a whole.
the 76
Oh
is
yeah,
now
the commander's in there.
responding.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just
Fragmander.
She just got a couple kills over there, I think.
Yeah, their garrison is in the wheat field here. You might see it. It's a little bit west of that building the commander's in.
Oh, there it is.
I have one other squad lead. This Billy here might need to turn back south. Yeah, he gets taken out.
Or jump up back over to Flak. See, I just want
So Western flash for a second there,
Did it?
and that's just from just a brief flash.
Yeah, that's gonna be soft cap. There's literally
Oh,
one
yeah.
person from
There's
Polish veterans in the hard cap right now. So that's usually like the difference a lot of times. So as soon as they start to see pressure, there's an OP, infantry OP, and a recon OP, and a garrison right there. So they would be able to respond.
Mm-hmm.
There is an AT gun up here next to the Tiger. So
That's good.
76 is still lingering to the east.
And they just brought another Tiger. The crew is not even in it yet. They just spawned it.
They do have a tank
Up,
sub here.
up top.
Varanak
Ooh.
doing his best.
Ooh.
He's going to get taken off by this barbed wire, unfortunately.
Where's this?
This is right on Flak Pits where the Tiger is.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
The AT gun just went down to the 76. And the Tiger just got hit by the
Yeah.
76 right
Yeah.
after he lost his tank sub. Oh, so the 76 died. 76 just went down. Oh, no, it didn't.
didn't.
Something else did.
No, he hit something behind him. I think he hit a rep station. That is unfortunate.
I'm not even sure what
The
just
Tiger's
happened.
kiting back here.
There's
He's down.
276
Back to
shooting
one
at the
Tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, there were.
There's two. There's one on the road and then one northeast. They both had an angle on them.
Yeah. They hit a rep station. That's unfortunate.
Well,
It might have been the Artie that hit it. I'm not positive, but
Well, sometimes the splash, because the first shot hit the 76, and if the rep station is close enough, it'll for some reason it'll splash and destroy the
bombing
repair
run?
station.
Does it? Oh, just misses the 76.
It did, yeah, it didn't hit the 76. It did.
It took
hit the
out
crewman
a
that was
crewman.
repairing, Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm assuming they have a garrison nearby that he can just get back in on. And they have the other 76 here as well, and now back to one Tiger. That's really the story of the match for VLK here.
It's really hard as an
really
armor
tough to
player to
climb back.
kind of sit back and not do anything, but it's almost what you got to do in this kind of situation. Like, you know that they have multiple tanks up, or you should know,
Yeah.
or should have an idea that they do, and you got to just stay alive. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Just wait until, like, if he'd waited a minute to really engage that 76, they would have been able to, attempt a two-tap with the other Tiger,
yeah,
who is now basically, yeah, he's kited here, back behind Flak, which is probably what this first one should have been doing. He could have gotten some rep stations up around him in the wheat field, just to keep that one alive while you had it.
yeah.
And, after that, it's time to get aggressive because, I mean, speaking as a infantry player, it really sucks when you're just getting absolutely fucked by tanks and yours are chilling in the back. Sometimes that has to be the play, though.
Tiger just took a shot at one of the 76s, the Northmore 76.
Yeah, we got this. Oh, he's not a rifle. That's
He did
unfortunate.
Rick though. Where did the 76
Oh, they're all out of the tank. Oh no, two of them are. Oh, the other one gets back in. He took out a crewman here. Just one crewman left in the 76. It's his auto rifle.
Gets
But,
run over.
man, if that could have been an assault or anything with satchel.
But he's got no support now.
Okay.
Look at the Valkyria
None.
guys are just
Yeah, Valkyrie's making a
trying
good
to
push here. That's
swarm
great.
him.
Yeah. Well, this other 76 is-
dies to artillery. Oh no, that was probably friendly artillery. Just killed an engineer chasing the tank.
And they're right on top of this Gary. Do they know it's there? They have to know one's in the area.
That's why I think that's a friendly artillery because it's
Come on,
landing
Wexer.
right next to the garrison.
Oh wow! I didn't even notice this.
Tiger's taking shots at
What's
the
going on?
76.
What's going on your screen? Do they have a garrison up here?
I'm watching
like,
the 76
red
maybe
zone?
dying to this or it's AT gun actually.
What's going on at Flak right now? They're getting cap pressure, and they have one squad
on
lead and the
Flak?
commanders all the way back
There's a
here. Do they
red
have a
zone
Gary?
garrison
Yeah,
to the
I see it.
south. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's why Valkyria was able
That's
to push
trouble.
east because everybody went south.
Oh, that's really tough.
It's the kind of unfortunate thing right now is that the tanks aren't really in a good position to push.
Yeah, they're defending. They got a spawn wave on one of the Garys. They have one north, one south. There's a massive spawn wave south. They had 4 squad leads come in on that.
The Tiger's damaged.
I mean, right now, what I'd like to see for VLK is just honestly bring some people from Middle HQ. Just that's where the push came from.
Yeah, this might be the death blow as well. There is an airhead landing directly on the Polish veteran commander in the trench system on flak position, so they're going to see if they can hold it.
I mean, what a fucking Chad. He's just in there.
Yeah, Cynic has been on the front lines, like, build garrisons. No, he's going to get up in your face and shit on you with his gun. So we'll see if this airhead yields results. It's likely that they saw it, but there is
they definitely see it coming down. They know about it. They have a spawn wave from the north garrison. It's stalled right now. I mean, and this Tiger's in trouble too right now.
Look at all these smoke grenades coming up around the airhead too. And I mean, you have like flak pits is a
hedge.
Little bit of high ground surrounded by barbed wire, so it is a defensible position. We should be seeing if it's still up. I think it is. A spawn wave. They're on top of it now.
Okay.
If they're looking for it. Is the airhead
Looks like
still
they're
up? No,
stabilizing a
the
bit. I think the airhead's down.
Airhead's
Yeah.
down,
This
yeah.
Tiger, just protect your one tank. But did they know about? Do they know about the garrison? Where it's located?
I don't think so.
No,
'cause
it's still here.
Green. It's not locked yet.
I haven't seen anybody reflanking right now, and I mean this could still be
Yeah, we'll go out.
GG. I mean we're seeing a lot of Polish veterans in B5 right now, which is what you want. Now it's going to be tough for them to bring in any infantry off of the middle HQ to try and get a reflank on this garrison. That should be done almost immediately.
Oh, the 76 just drove by a dead AT gun. and Arlen vaulted from the dead AT gun onto the back of the 76 as it was driving full speed and got the satchel on.
Where? Where's this?
This is northwest
by.
of Flak. You see Arlen riding the 76. If you look to the east, there was this AT gun, and he vaulted off of the dead AT gun onto the full-speed 76, who's now looking for the Tiger. He's decided it's time for the Tiger to die. Is the Tiger still up?
Tiger is still up. It was...
Where did he go?
Wait, no, it's not. I'm dumb.
And there goes the 76. So that was, I feel like...
they just got 600 fuel, but now they have a presence up here now north. Yeah, they have 2 red zone garrisons behind VLK here. This is going to be really tough to sort out.
Well, here's...
They have one here, it looks like, in A3, and the other one is down in the...
So, one of the 76s already went down on Flak to the satchel. And now the other one is Bolter solo pushing with the 76. I'm not sure the cap progress is coming back in again. That, I feel like, is the one thing that's missing. If they had had that airhead and that southern push and their 76s had been in a position where they could push, I think this game would be over right now. It still could be because the cap progress still is coming, but that was like the one ingredient.
I mean, they have this solo 76 here who might be satcheled. There is a engineer right next to him. I don't know if he's planning to satchel or not.
Approached him yet.
Okay, yeah, he's dead.
He's in the gun now.
But yeah, this is probably GG's because their south garrison of Flak is locked, and they just took out the other one on north side. I think that's a wrap.
Let's look real quick side by side on the maps.
We have one Gary on this side. Nope, 2. This one's still up, I guess.
There's really nobody on the hard cap right now, but it doesn't matter. They're just kind of squeezing them from a few different angles.
Both the Garys for VOK are locked. Well, this one is placed just on the other side of the line in C6. That sucks. And now we're just in scramble mode.
Yeah, they got VLK has
reset,
a little bit of
but it's...
Sorry, a little bit of control of the hard point now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Maybe with the people coming in from the east, but I doubt it. It's just a couple spawn waves away from... I mean, and they still have all these people. They still have a full squad, it looks like, back on Western.
I don't know.
Still able to defend.
I still think VLK could pull this off. All the people in the point, though, are dying. If they can flood it with some of these people around... Bolter, the solo 76 hero right now, is driving. He's decided the game that he didn't want to go for his crew. He died.
Fragmander's in the heart of the point.
Yeah.
And
doing the most.
I mean, what an absolute Chad this guy is. Fuck garrisons, fuck spawns.
Let me look at
just
his,
get kills.
let me
Easy.
Let me look at his CE. He's sitting on 195.
Okay.
So that's probably 25 odd kills.
Yeah. And that is a GG.
There we go. Good game.
It's a good game.
Take a look at the stats real quick.
Yeah.
Polish veterans with a couple tank squads still in the 700 individual, 500 individual. That's pretty good for a 60-minute game. On the Valkyria side, I don't know that anybody was in armor at the end. There's one crew here that was in the hundreds. Yeah, so what do you think?
It was fun. Yeah, Polish veterans did a really great job there. I mean, their armor outplayed BOK's, and overall, their map control was superior. But it was a fun one.
Yeah, I think Polish veterans kind of showed that they were playing better. I don't want to say they're the better team, but today they were the better team. We saw them cap Hospice after a long fight, and they kind of pushed Valkyria off of that and started attacking Western. And then when they started pushing them off of Western, you started to see them getting a little more aggressive on Flak. So to me, it looked like pretty methodical. Like they weren't, like they were coordinated. They were probably getting calls from their commander, their squad leaders to say like, hey, we're secure here. Let's start shifting people onto attack and let's take the next point. And that's really exactly what you want to do.
Yep. Well played.
All right, well, that's it for today. That was Polish veterans winning 5-0 in about 60 minutes over Valkyria on SME. Friendly match, but a good one. I thought that was a lot of interesting battles, interesting fights going on. Twist,
Yeah.
thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Any
fun.
closing words?
Frag Commanders of Chad. That's it.
Yeah, Sinek, the winning commander, was all over the place. Great job. All right, guys, that's all we got. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.